Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Oh, talk about stuff going on. It's I'm excited, but I'm also it was a hard start. That I tell you, we're throwing a lot of things together. Welcome. Life with Peter G. Sunday night, every Sunday night on Facebook Live. Stoked. We're right here in the Gulf Coast, my love, Pensacola, Florida. We're high atop the Bolt Energy Studios in an undisclosed location in Pensacola, Florida. And I like it. For a throw and go, not too bad. I got here unescorted. I have no people. But I do have a local talent here sitting to my right. And we got it together, and it took several days and a lot of head scratching. But I like it. I like it a lot. And so here I am. But it did not come easy. And so Sunday night, I'm going to be here for several other Sunday nights, and I'm really excited about that too. Got lots to do in between. But tonight's going to be a little bit special. There's a lot of shit going on. But before we even talk about phone lines and all that kind of stuff, hey, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, watch party. Watch party when you're watching this show. If you're kind enough to watch this show and stay up and eventually maybe even call and talk to me, hey, buddy, Bubba. This is good. Excuse me. I'm all choked up. We had plans tonight. We had all this big shot stuff going on, and a couple of things had to abandon ship on last second. I love it when a plan comes together, but the problem with live is it's hard to test when you're not live. So here we are, but we're here. And watch party. This is a big deal. Watch party. When you're watching this show, you will just go down to share and hit the share, and it says, hey, Melissa's watching the Peter G Show. Vanessa's watching the Peter G Show. Hey, this is the closest I'm going to get to see you after all these years. And then you just hit the start a watch party. I'm pretty sure somewhere on that screen, if you hit the screen, it'll do that, and then it'll say, hey, Vanessa's watching the Peter G Show, and all that. Hey, Georgia. A lot of things going on. But first, let's get started. But again, if you like what you're seeing, hit the share button, especially through the week. We do the reruns now. It's really effective. I see a lot of people watching during the day because it's hard to, for some people, they go, Peter, I love your show, but, I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get it. But I also know that, a lot of times you're watching Jimmy Kimmel or whatever. It's a late night show, same old thing. But I always want to know how you're doing, what you're doing. Destin in the house, I can see that. Fort Walton, all these locals. You're in Tennessee. I see. Hey, y'all. Live in the Gulf Coast. Look at the view. The view. Oops, wrong way. Look at the view. Not bad. We're high atop the Bolt Energy Studios. Courtesy of my sponsors, Bolt Energy. Could not do without them. We'll talk about them in a second, too. And while I'm talking about them, Bolt Energy sent me with Bolt Energy. Why Bolt Energy, you ask? Because I like it. Ask for it in stores. Bolt Energy, electrify your senses. It's new. It's not everywhere, but it's getting there fast. So I'm digging it. I just had my assistant. Yes, thank you. I just had my Paul. I got people everywhere in place, and he just had his first sip of Bolt Energy. And he said he liked it too, and I don't blame him. But if you can't find Bolt Energy, you can go to drinkboltenergy.com, and you can order it online until it finally gets to your locations. And in the Southern California area, they're even delivering it to your doorstep. But, we're having to take it small bites at a time. They trust me, I trust them, and I like what they're doing. So ask for it in stores, Bolt Energy, electrify your senses. Now I'm going to pop open a can like I always do. This time the computer's on this side, and it's going to screw me up. So let me do it this way. I tell you, it's really great to be here. Here's Bolt Energy. Okay, next. I said I was going to talk about a few things before we open up the phone lines. Traveling. I don't know how many of you travel. I used to travel a real lot. I've slowed down tremendously, but I still travel. Planes. Pain in the ass nowadays. Ever since 9/11, it's just been, still taking off my shit. I had to bring gear, some certain things that had to come with me. My favorite microphone, so to speak, and a couple of things that had to go. And you got to go through TSA security checks. And I mean, it's really a pain in the ass. But first thing that pisses me off about travel, getting to the airport, LAX, Los Angeles. I fly a lot of times at night just to avoid the traffic and this and that, but there's just times when it's unavoidable. You can't get away from it. It's impossible. And lo and behold, it was impossible, and it was a pain in the ass. But I finally get to the airport, and then, I'm an observer. I like to look around and watch things. I always get to the airport. I try to get there earlier. I don't like rushing. I rush enough just to get there early because I know I have obstacles. These people, when they start seeing things that are in my suitcase, they start freaking out. They're unrecognizable things to them, electronic devices. And I don't need nothing looking suspicious. I need to spell it out and show them, but I have to take it all out of the bags. But I get through security, then I relax. I'm good. We made it. But I'm walking around and I'm sitting there looking and I'm going, this just fascinates me. Oh, look who stayed up late. I'll be damned. Is it because I'm in town? Lose my train of thought. Sorry. I'm walking around the airport at LAX, and this is the question I have. Is it just me, or am I noticing, why is it, and again, I'm not getting racial by any mean, but this is the only way I can put it, because there's not a racial bone in my body, but it's like, why is it that Japanese people wear the surgical, breathe masks? I'm walking around and I see all these Japanese people that are there. They all have that. Is there something they're going to get that we're not going to get? I remember years ago in Japan they had that SARS outbreak because somebody put this, put chemical poisoning. But I mean, that was 15, 20 years ago. And I'd like somebody to explain that to me because I'm just looking. I'm going, there's every Japanese person I see, 1 out of 2 is wearing a surgical mask, and I just need to know what that's all about. Is it a ritual? Is it just they don't want to catch a cold? But why only them? Just curious. Domo arigato. Mr. Roboto. All right. Anyway, sorry, I just had to bring that up because it just bugged me. I gotta know. I gotta know. But anyway, all right, so flying was weird for me coming here. I'm usually stoked when I come here. I'm always excited because I like being here. I do. I like balance. But the thing was, this is the first trip that I'm coming home to an empty house, All my parents are gone now. My father was the last one. And then, just coming in and it's like a little bit more surreal. It's just things are really the reality of like, this it. This is the future. And it's life-changing. Obviously, people go through it all the time. But, I mean, it was just for some reason, even getting on the plane, getting to the LAX, getting on the plane, flying, changing planes, whatever, the whole time, it was like, I know I'm doing this, but it didn't feel like I'm doing it, if that makes any sense. Again, tonight might be a whole lot of not making any sense. But I'm in. But I do get here, and, once I get here, everybody's friendly. I got the greatest friggin' postman. I got a couple of them. They switch. There's 2 of them during the week. Sweetest guys, friggin', give a damn. They know you. They look out for you. My hat's off to my postmen, because they're friggin' awesome. I got things coming. I'm constantly buying stuff. Amazon's shipping stuff over here, and I don't know. I end up talking to them, bumping into them a lot, and I like them. I'm very happy. I got great postal workers and stuff. I hope you do too. Tonight is going to be a little bit of a weird night. I didn't plan for a whole lot, although there's a storm brewing, and I don't mean that hurricane that's been going on, through the Gulf Coast, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But I've got a lot of weird phone calls, not weird phone calls, but calls from people that have watched previous shows, and it's been interesting because. Interesting to listen to because I can see that there's a show that really pushed a few people's buttons and some people are getting involved. And but sorry, I have suffered. Well, sorry about. I can't read all these things that you're typing me. I'll have to check some out because sometimes people are typing so quickly I can't read it all, even on the big screen that failed me tonight. But see, if I had the bigger screen, I could do that. Anyway, but I had to go through with my pop. Okay. Well, yeah, I know. We all feel that kind of pain. Somebody's talking to me about their parents passing and stuff like that. All over the map. I'll level out here, I promise. In the meantime, tonight, while I'm talking about things, I will take any phone calls. The number, where am I? 818-259-7983 is going to be the same number as we always have. I see we got the Philippines in the house, too. All over the globe, people are watching The Peter G. Show. And I'm stoked. We want to take this to bigger levels. Again, I can't remind you enough. Share watch parties. It's a big deal. I can sit here and talk all night, but eventually that phone's going to ring and we're going to see what's on somebody else's mind, something you want to get off your chest. And, we're already talking about bigger, better things, but for right now, we're doing it one thing at a time. What, too much pollution coming out of me? I don't doubt it. Garbage in, garbage out, but I try to keep it real. And I want to keep it real. I think there's a lot of things people need to get off their chest that maybe they won't talk about, and you can come on here anonymously. You just call that number, 818-259-7983, and I'll say, hey, I'm listening. In the meantime, what else am I looking at? Pulled Studios. I've been getting a lot of looks. If you go to YouTube, I have a lot of stuff on YouTube. Older shows that were pre-recorded, filmed shows, edited about surviving divorce and single parenting. I was fortunate enough, I have a couple of amazing, huge musicians that have been on my show, and they're really big attractions. I find a lot of people are Googling them and looking them up to see music interviews and things like that. And what they're actually getting is they bump into the Peter G. Surviving Divorce and Single Parenting show that I was doing, and they go, wow, I wasn't really expecting this, but it was so cool to hear the human side of this rock star, of this person, and things like that. So, again, I remind you, there's a ton of stuff on YouTube. You can go pull it up on demand, and you can see it. Let me know you're looking at it. Leave a comment, this and that. Tell me what you think. That is a subject that is very dear to my heart, what started this whole episode. And this is why I do what I do. Now, we've kind of taken a little spin-off for the live 1 hour show on Facebook and just doing this because I said, you know what, some people got a lot more things to talk about other than, surviving divorce and single parenting and baby mamas and exes and that. I don't care if you're pissed off with your job or just something you just want to be heard. And you never know, because a lot of that is really important, because your story is possibly you sharing your story is possibly helping somebody else relate because they have a story similar to it and they just think it's them. Appreciate you sharing in Georgia. I appreciate it very much. Again, don't forget, if you miss it every Sunday night, but I will be here like clockwork, but on Sunday nights, if you miss it, you can also, what am I looking at? Oh, sorry, I forgot. There we go. You can also, I lost my train. I got too many things going on. I'm by myself. I don't have as many peeps here, so I'm having to do this, and I'm a little out of practice. We'll have it down. Sharing. It's important because you got people watching you, and that's really important. And they want to know what you're watching and why. And it's a big deal. Eventually, we're going to see, my buddy Paul's starting a watch party too. He's watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. But right now, again, lots of people talking about all this stuff, and I wanted to be here because I'm stoked about the Gulf Coast. In fact, the beauty of the Gulf Coast is it's hot over here. It's been raining like hell. And, I'm wearing shorts right now. Well, I'm not really, but I will be. I'm in and out, get dressed, get for the show, and then back to flip-flops. That's like dress shoes in Florida. And if it gets cold in the wintertime, you just put some socks on with flip-flops, and that's your winter wear. But that's it. 818-259-7983. Okay, I think it's about time somebody starts getting the balls and makes the call. I got other things to talk about, but I'm going to give you the opportunity. I want to hear, number one, I want to hear if the phone lines are working. And let's talk about something you want to talk about, because I got stuff. But again, don't forget to go over to the YouTubes and you can check out stuff. And you can sign up and coming soon. I've been talking about it, and I just got off the phone yesterday. I was talking to my producer in LA, Ty, and we just about have this iTunes thing licked, and we're getting ready when I get back. That'll be in August to start putting everything up on podcasts again, just like I had. There's a bunch of stuff on iTunes podcasts you can listen to. You know, if you're not these current shows, but there's a lot of good stuff. And while you're driving, while you're working, you can do that. But, you know, I've kind of, since the first of the year, we have not posted a single show up because there was some confusion and conflict with the upgrading, and it's a pain in the ass. It really is. That's why you have to have people. But the good thing is that it is moving forward, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's just a matter of me getting off my ass, hey girl, and getting it done. There's so many things going on that it just makes it difficult. But I do appreciate you sharing and watching and letting me know you're there. The good thing is now I want to hear from you. 818-259-7983, live from the Gulf Coast, right here. I'm ready to listen to you, okay? And if I knew it was Blue Angel weekend over here, and the weather was kind of crappy, and so they really didn't do what they were supposed to do. But you can go around because it'll make shadows. But it's all there you go. But it's all, you know, the weather's Florida. It can be pouring down, raining across the street, and you know, it's sun shining where you're standing, but it is what it is. So we just do the best we can. We're just used to it. But to me, you know, it's kind of like I had a bunch of things I was supposed to do today, and it said it was supposed to pour down raining, and it didn't pour, and that's you know, the way it goes. All right, but now is your turn. I'm telling you, I'm going to sit here, and you know, he asked me, says, "Are you going to have elevator music ready?" And I go, "Nah. We shouldn't need it tonight. I'm playing my chances. Nothing's rigged up. Nothing. I got nothing, because somebody's going to call and talk to me about something. Say, hey, say that you've been watching, you're a fan, what you've been doing. I love you. I hate you. You want to talk about past shows. You want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about something that's bugging you. I'm listening. That's what I do. I don't give advice. I just once in a while have an opinion. And I figure that sometimes when you're talking and airing out your stuff, you learn by listening to yourself afterwards, because when you're too busy talking, sometimes you don't hear yourself properly. And it's paid off. And a lot of people call me and you know, leave messages and say, you know what, Peter, I was listening to that and it makes a lot of sense, and you know, I just wasn't hearing myself right, and so be it. But it's just all part of the deal, and you know, it is what it is. But I can't do without you. The whole purpose, like, you know, normally I used to do interviews and have guests on the show. This is, you are the guest. This is where you come in. I know that you could be watching and all, but, you know, it's really better if you call. And a lot of people go, yeah, Peter, I like your show, but I don't want to call. I'm a little shy, and, you know, I just don't want to call. Call. It's not going to kill you. Pick up the phone. Nobody knows who you are, and you can call your, tell me whatever name you want to tell me. But last week, you know, I got thrown completely for a step sideways. Last week, James from Culver City, one of my super fans, he calls frequently, you know, with either talking about his messed up life or, you know, or talks about life in general. But last week he threw me for a curve and put together a game for me, and I became the guest. We did a couple of movie quiz show, which I hope was entertaining. I mean, I've listened to it. It wasn't bad, because I don't know anything about that stuff. I'd be a lousy game show contestant. I'd be a good host, though, but not a contestant. But so we did movie quiz, and I sucked at it really bad if you listen to the show. But apparently everybody kind of was entertained and liked it. And he also had a version of what would you do? And he gave me different scenarios and talked about things that you know, what would I do in this situation or that situation. Some of it was total nonsense. Some of it was pretty good. Some of it, you know, entertainment's entertainment. What can I tell you? But I'll take it, you know. And it was all sponsored by my beloved Bolt Energy, which I need another sip because I'm doing all this talking. And the only thing I want is different chairs. These make noise. I don't want noisy chair. It's noisy, but we threw it together, and we were very lucky to have location. So, Bolt Energy. I like the way it tastes, and it's a cleaner energy drink. I'll say it over and over again because, again, try and do this stuff. Support is where it's at, and they're giving me support. So, Bolt Energy, ask for it in stores. Anyway, okay. The number 818-259-7983. I need you to call in. I need somebody to get something off their chest. I don't care if you want to tell me, how the weather is where you live, but I think it's time for somebody to put on their big person panties and call in. Ain't that right, Bob? But otherwise, I can just sit here. And again, I should have done the friggin' elevator music. I didn't listen to you. I apologize. Because I can listen to elevator music. I got some good shit, too. We had chill music the last time. Chill music. And we could zen together. Where are the samples, Peter? I don't know. They're come and get them. How's that? I don't deliver. I'm busy. Well, actually, I have a lot more time on my hands lately, but not a lot. All right, where are we at? I'm still unbelievable. You guys are killing me. I'm going to sit here. We're going to just... What story? So I'm getting yelled at now. Now I got somebody, and he's yelling at me. That's great. Finish the damn story. I had a couple people that were chiming in this week. I don't know if any of you caught. We had somebody on a few weeks ago, and I called the show "Baby Daddy." A guy that was just had a lot of trouble in his life, and I've known him. I actually was his drum teacher for when he was young. He was probably 10 or 12, and I was okay. Now this is what you get, folks. You're going to get this, and this is what you get. Okay. Hey, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Peter G. That's right. It's James from Culver City. And tonight, it's the 80s pop music quiz. Are you ready, sir?
Wow. All right, people. This is what happens when you don't call in, okay? Now, thanks to James from Culver City, who's probably worked his ass off all week just to entertain while we entertain. How's that, James?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, did I tell you we're live in the Gulf Coast?
Yes, you did. I like the set.
You like the set? I know. Jay Leno lent it to me.
All right. So this is Ridley's 80s pop music quiz.
All right,
Challenge your friends and family to test their knowledge of 80s music with this fun quiz.
You're really wanting to play a game, huh? Okay.
That's right.
All right, hang on. Okay, I'm ready. So what are we doing? Tell me one more time. Look, I got a blue cup. I got a blue cup this time because I'm in.
All right.
Florida.
Whether you're a Madonna fan, love Wham, or prefer Duran Duran, you'll be digging out your old mixtapes by the end of this game. Here's a test question for you, Peter. According to Kenny Loggins, you're on the highway to where?
Highway to hell. AC/DC. Okay, I'm on the highway to the danger zone, dude. Uh-oh. Hey, I don't have any sound effects either. Okay.
You need to win their sound effects.
I don't have sound effects. They forgot to send me with sound effects. So it's all on you.
Okay.
It's all on you.
All righty.
All right. Hey, was I right or wrong? James? What are you doing, dude?
Hey, come on.
Hey.
I need people too.
Okay. I know. Life's a bitch, right? I got one.
Sir.
I got some help, but he's just sitting here doing give me sign language, and actually that's what they do over there. So it's pretty much the same, only different. Except it comes with a y'all.
Okay.
Okay. How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Queen co-wrote the track. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Queen co-wrote the track Under Pressure with whom? Paul McCartney, David Bowie, Mick Jagger, or Bono? If you'd like, we can go 50-50.
We don't have to go 50-50. You're barking up my alley right now. Last week, I was a friggin' retard. This week, I got this. Bowie.
That is correct.
Thank you. I wish I had my sound effects. I could clap for myself.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Elton John played a free concert for 400,000 people in New York Central Park in which year?
Oh.
A, 1982, C, 1986, B, 1984, or D, 1980?
Ooh.
What year?
That's a tough one because I killed a lot of brain cells back then, but I want to say 82. 82.
Ooh. Is that your final answer, sir?
It's either that or 80. It can't be 86. I like that.
It was 1980.
It's okay. Well, that was my second choice.
Yeah.
Listen, I knew it had something with an 8 in it.
All right, so here we go. What was the first and only British act to win Eurovision in 1981? Think about it for a second.
No, Eurovision. That's funny.
All right, so was it A, ABBA, B, Bucks Frizz, or C, Kerr Royal, or D, Dollar? And if you want, we can go 50% on this.
I'm still can't believe I'm playing a game again.
Entertainment's entertainment, buddy.
I'm just telling the boys. I think he's pushing for a job, even though I think the job you have is probably better than the one that I could give you.
I'm sure it pays more.
Yours does.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Are you union?
Nope.
Oh. Okay. You know what? This one you got me because Eurovision is. There's a lot of bands and acts that you never even hear of that are really big over there because I was part of one.
All right, we'll take it down to 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Kerr Royal or Buzz Fix? Bucks Fizz.
I say Kerr.
Bucks.
I say Kerr Royal. Sounds cooler.
It was Kerr. It was Buzz. It was Bucks Fizz.
Really?
That was a tough one. Even I didn't know that one.
Well,
All right.
All right. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of encouragement.
Now we're going to move over to the wonderful world of Prince. So, all right. Get your thinking caps on.
Okay.
Prince's sixth album, Purple Rain, stayed at number 1 on the Billboard 200 for how many consecutive weeks?
Oh, boy.
A, 18, B, 21, C, 24, or D, 15?
Repeat the answers again, please. That's a tough one.
Prince's sixth album, Purple Rain, stayed
Yes.
at number 1 on the Billboard 200 for how many consecutive weeks?
Right.
A, 18,
Mm-hmm.
C, 24, B, 21, or D, 15?
Shoot, that's a tough one. Even if I go 50-50, it's still going to be a tough one.
Let's go 50-50. 21 or 24?
21? 21.
No, sir.
What?
It was 24.
24. What do I know?
All right. Just so everyone knows, I'm pulling these trivia questions from a game made by Ridley. It's called Games Room, 80s pop, Ridley's Game Room, 80s pop music quiz. Brought to you by Bolt Energy. Energize your senses.
Thank you.
All right. How many copies did Madonna's Like a Virgin sell? 21 million, 11 million, 41 million, or 31 million?
I don't know. A lot.
$21 million, 11 million, 41 million, 31 million.
Can I buy a vowel?
No, sir. You can go 50-50.
50-50. I'm screwing.
21 million or 31 million?
31. She was huge. 31.
31?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer. Hey, my cousin's there. Ah,
21 million.
21 million. Well, then she didn't do as good as I thought she
Don't
did.
you love the production I put into this?
I do. I appreciate you. I really do. Because lately I've been getting a lot of chicken shit people. Now, I got a lot of controversy going on after the show. Oh, that reminds me. Let's just take a little commercial break here. Last week's show, the copyright infringement got me on YouTube over the some of the clips you played.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They picked up on that, and I was getting notifications through YouTube because this show gets booted up to YouTube on Monday nights or Tuesdays, and they picked up on it immediately. And it must have been because the one clip you had from Willy Wonka or whatever was very long, and I guess there was enough for them to catch it. And yeah, so yeah, just letting you know.
Hey, I pulled it off the air, so F them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can't. I didn't. It's not like I'm using it to make. I make no money. So what's the difference? Yeah.
No, everyone's got to be a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the James Bond stuff.
Hey.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm seeing people pop on, and I like it.
Well, all of today's sound effects are compliments of public domain.
Right? Did I mention to you that I'm live in the Gulf Coast right now? Pensacola, Florida. I'm right here, high atop the Bolt Energy Studios. I like it.
All right.
Yeah, look what we got going on over here.
Okay, so back to our game.
Okay.
Now, this next question, I'm going to go ahead and just give it to you in 50-50. So, what was the
funny,
Jams town called?
The what?
Malice or Alice? Once again, what was the Jams town called? Malice or Alice?
What the hell's Jam?
I have no clue.
Well, I'll have to say Malice because I like it. And you,
Yeah.
yeah? Is that what you call good? Holy moly!
Winner. You got that one right.
Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, I told a girl not too long ago I'm going to give her the 50-50. Yeah.
Two in the stink, two in the pink, one in the stink.
No, I'm just saying that. That was a catchphrase that you used a few minutes ago.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
50-50.
50-50.
Yes. Yes, you are correct.
All right. Give it a
All
second.
right.
Yeah.
In the UK, what was the best-selling album of the 1980s? Was it Dire Straits' Brother-in-Arms, Queen's Greatest Hits, Michael Jackson's Bad, or Michael Jackson's Thriller?
Wow. Oh, that had to be Thriller.
Once again,
No.
let me...
Okay, go ahead. Repeat. Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm good. Dude, they're all really great. They're great records.
The UK, what...
Oh, the UK. Okay.
In the UK, what was the best-selling album of the 1980s?
Your brother's watching.
Was it Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms? Was it Queen's Greatest Hits, Michael Jackson's Bad, or Michael Jackson's Thriller?
You know what? Even though those are all great, and I'm trying to think, well, maybe because they're UK-oriented, but people loved Michael Jackson, and Thriller was badass. I mean, it was big, even though all his stuff was, but I don't know. I'm still going to say it's Thriller.
Is that your final answer?
It's my final answer, because I'm in an undisclosed location in Pensacola, Florida. It's a good thing I'm not a gambler.
Sorry, Peter.
Yeah.
It was Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms.
Wow. See, he's cool, but no match. Even even the other albums I thought were bigger than that. Mark Knopfler. I mean, I don't know. People go nuts over him. I mean, he's good, but
Let's move into the bonus round.
I get a bonus round.
Yes, just because we don't want to break into copyright infringement here.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I don't want to blow the whole game. I want people to go out and buy it. All right. Once again, this is Ridley's Games Rooms 80s pop music quiz.
You have
Your friends will love it.
Did you create it?
No, I did not. I have no vested interest in this game whatsoever. I don't know anyone who put it together or anything.
Then why do you want to buy it?
80s pop music quiz. Ridley's 80s pop music quiz.
Answer
Challenge
me.
your friends and family to test their knowledge of their 80s music with this fun quiz.
Okay.
Brought to you by Bolt Energy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bolt
which
Energy.
band was formed by Peter Gabriel but only really achieved stardom after he left? Was it Revelations, Exodus, Deuteronomy, or Genesis? If you get this one wrong, sir, we're going to have a talk off air.
Again? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I got my voice of reason just popped on too. I say Genesis.
Correct. There's hope for you yet, sir.
There is. I know how to play all the songs. I just don't know how to answer the questions.
There you go.
Right. Wow.
Okay. Tina Turner played Auntie Entity in which post-apocalyptic movie released in 1985? Escape from New York, The Road Warrior, A View to a Kill, or Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? Let me read that again. Tina Turner played Auntie Entity in which post-apocalyptic movie released in 1985? Was it Escape from New York, The Road Warrior, A View to a Kill, or Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
Oh, but that's the second Mad Max, right?
You tell me.
Well,
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome.
Correct.
Yay, I'm a winner. Yay.
Yay. Yes,
Yay.
you are.
Yes, I am. I'm winning
Here we go.
in many ways. Yes, here we go. Let me brace myself. Okay.
Genesis had a top 10 hit on both sides of the Atlantic with which album in 1986? Was it Abacab, Invincible Touch, Genesis, or Duke? Once again, Genesis had a top 10 hit on both sides of the Atlantic with which album in 1986? Abacab, Invincible Touch, Genesis, or Duke? Would you like to go 50-50, Peter?
That's can we go 50-50 because I think I know, but that's a tough one.
Genesis or Invincible Touch?
That's what I thought. It's Invincible.
Invisible.
Touch. Invisible.
Invisible Touch.
Invisible.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I didn't bring my glasses tonight.
Really?
You are correct, sir.
Yes, I knew it. Dun, dun. Come on, can I get the music? Dun, dun. Ah, thank you.
Working with sound effects on my iPhone.
I'm really pissed off that I don't have, of all the things, and we looked at them too, and I it's a long story. It was a weird trip getting here in Pensacola, Florida, live at the Bolt Energy Studios right here, high at top.
Would you happen to know where Bolt Energy is made?
I do.
High atop Bolt Energy Studios?
No, they don't make it here in Pensacola. Again, this is just where I'm resting my head at for a few weeks.
Got kicked out, did you? Okay.
I've been kicked harder.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah.
Which of these Diana Ross songs from 1980 reached the top 10 in both the U.S. and the U.K.? My Old Piano, I'm Coming Out, It's My Turn, and Upside Down. Once again, which of these Diana Ross songs from 1980 reached the top 10 in both the U.S. and the U.K.? Was it My Old Piano, I'm Coming Out, It's My Turn, and D, Upside Down? Now talk it out. Work it out. It's right down the tip of your tongue.
I want to say I'm Coming Out. 'Cause that's the way I roll. What do you mean,
I'm Coming Out. That's your choice?
Well, what's the other one? The other one is Inside Out? Inside Out. Then it's one of the two.
No, Upside Down.
Whatever. Upside down. Yeah. You tell me that was bigger than I'm Coming Out?
Yeah.
In the UK? What the fuck do they know in the UK anyway? Ooh, I just started using harsh language. Bloody wankers. Messing me up. Hey. Steve, when you get a minute, just watching. Hey.
2 more questions.
Shocking.
Spandau Ballet was named after a prison. Where was it? Was it in Austria, Belgium, Germany, or Liechtenstein?
I'm going
again.
Oh boy.
Spandau Ballet
Mm-hmm.
was named after a prison. Where was it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it in Austria, Belgium, Germany, or Liechtenstein?
I want to say it's in Liechtenstein. That's what I've been thinking about it for quite some time now. I just like the way it sounds. No?
I like the way Liechtenstein sounds when I'm
Yes.
looking at her. Yeah,
Yes.
Liechtenstein hair.
Yes.
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 Yes, Liechtenstein. But no, you're absolutely wrong.
Oh. Shocking.
Germany. Spandau was named after a prison in Germany.
I thought it was. You can say Germany.
In Germany, where that yeah.
I thought Liechtenstein was in Germany.
Might be.
See, I don't have that sound effect either. I don't have that. Oh, boy.
That's live, baby.
Oh, boy.
Nothing but live.
Wow. Where your true talents lie, and you've been spending all this time putting together game show quizzes for me when you could just sit here and have a burpathon.
Well, funny story for you. Actually, this game we're playing was given to me by a coworker for a Christmas gift.
Yes.
And it's actually I've been looking for an excuse to play it. So thank you for playing, Peter.
Look no more. My audience is at the edge of their seats, and I know they're enjoying it. Last week was good. There was a lot of people even after the show. There was a lot of I'm doing again the rebroadcasts 3 times during the week, different times, and a lot of people are viewing still. So you're doing good. Maybe because the fact that
not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times the lady.
3 times you get to watch Life with Peter G. Rebroadcast at different times during the week. I think it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturday mornings, something like that. But they're just doing that for the people who can't stay up late, because I get a lot of people chiming in and going, Peter, you know what? Dig your show, but got to get up really early. So, so I can't watch it, but I watch it on demand at a different time. So, but I like the live. The watch parties are pretty happening. The focus is growing, and I appreciate that. So I just want everybody to know that. Thank you.
So 3 replays during the week. Well, since I mentioned 3 times the lady, what band recorded that song?
The Commodores.
3 times the lady.
Commodores. Right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Too bad that's not one of the questions. Oh, wow.
Damn it! I could have been a contender. Boy.
Are you ready?
For
we have 2, what I would consider 2 very easy questions left.
Very easy.
Ready? All right. This is the bonus round.
Ooh.
The music video for David Bowie's 1983 single "Let's Dance" was filmed in which country? Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia, or Samoa? Once again, the music video that everybody saw and everybody danced to, David Bowie's 1983 single "Let's Dance," was filmed in which country? Was it Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia, or Samoa? What is your choice?
First of all, why'd they have to go that far away to do a music video? I heard it was done in a warehouse in New York.
That would be incorrect, Peter.
Knowing him, Papua New Guinea. Papa don't preach. Papa cap off his ass. What?
Is that your final answer?
Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, that's my final answer. Oh. Hey, boy, Peter.
Australia. Think of the video. He's standing out there in the desert.
I don't even remember the video, but the song was great. But I was heavily medicated back then. Okay, so it was.
Weren't we all?
Yeah, but it was fun, and I'm still here to talk about it.
We lost a million. We lost 1 million viewers on that one. All right.
They said, Peter.
This one is so easy that even a drummer should get it.
Ooh, that's me.
Who performed the guitar solo on this one? I'm sure your audience knows.
I'm listening.
Joe Perry, Richie Sambora, Eddie Van Halen, or Slash? Once again, who performed the guitar solo in Michael Jackson's Beat It?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows that.
You got to know this one.
Even my mother knew that one. No. That was Edward Van Halen. That's all he did was the solo.
You'd think that, but I guess actually, according to Quincy Jones, Eddie Van Halen actually came in, heard the song, and actually did a quick rearrangement of it. And
Get the hell out of here.
Came back from lunch, and he had that solo. That's what I heard. I mean, he could be old.
Well, if you listen to the Steve Lukather, it was Steve Lukather and Mike Porcaro, they came in and took that song from shit and turned it into a rock type song, and I think even Luke played even bass on it. I mean, it was just crazy stories. But those guys were the big pros, and Eddie came in and played.
Now,
lead.
It's funny you mentioned that because every time I hear the beat at solo, I definitely hear Eddie Van Halen's playing on it. But then towards the end of the solo, it sounds like somebody else is trying to sound like Eddie. And
that's probably true.
Me of someone else.
Listen, if you that's because I just got when I heard his audio book, he talks about that, and plus I've heard the stories before, but
I could totally see them coming to him going, "Hey, look, would you mind helping us out?" You know?
And it was all
Luke, being as good as he is, could probably pull that off because that's what that sounds like.
It was a drum machine.
That solo sounds like somebody trying to sound like.
It was a drum machine, and they were having a hard time with it. And he called them in. He says, Quincy called them in and said, we need to step this up, and he wants it kind of rockish. And they put it all together. I mean, they just did. But Michael Jackson still had his hand in it. I mean, he was definitely a creator. But
of course he did.
Yeah, he did everything with sounds of his voice. I mean, he just emulated stuff. He goes, "This is what I want," and they did it.
All right. This question I have here is too hard, so I'm gonna move on.
Says who?
Says me.
Okay.
Because it's Bob Dylan, 1963. No thanks.
How many roads does a man go down?
And the next one's way too easy.
You got a lot of nerve.
Here you go. This is a good one.
Oh, mama.
In what year did New Order form? 1983, 1979, 1986, or 1980? Just by deductive reasoning of the game we're playing, you should be able to answer that question. I think it's actually too easy.
Really? I don't even remember what the hell New Order did. Not too much.
Neither do I. I can't think of any other songs.
Not too much.
Wow, the viewers are dropping off like flies. We better wrap this up.
Don't even worry about the viewers. Believe me, the watch parties and stuff, you're only watching one page, and that's the weird thing about this whole deal is I've learned to not worry about what you see on your page because it multiply it times 300 and at least on the page because people share, and it's just different.
Move the game along. 50-50. 1983 or 1980? What year did New Order form? 1983 or 1980?
I want to say 1980.
You would be correct.
Yeah, because they had to be early on.
And here you go, another way too easy question. What were Katrina and the Waves walking on? Good times, moonlight, sunshine, or waves?
Oh, they were walking on sunshine, my friend. I walk on sunshine.
You don't even get a sound effect for that one because it's just too effing easy. But
here
was the hard question I passed on.
Yeah, that was a great song.
All right, here you go.
What?
Released in 1986, what was the first Bob Dylan album that failed to make the top 50 since 1963?
You know why?
Let me read that again. Just for the people who are looking at their phones instead of
think they're
listening
Googling
to what's going on here. Released in 1986, what was the first Bob Dylan album that failed to make the top 50 since 1963? Was it A, Blonde on Blonde, B, Knocked Out Loaded, C, The Freewheelin', D, Blood on the Tracks? What do you think, Peter?
It's not Blood on the Tracks.
What do you think?
How many did you give me, 3 or 4?
I gave you 4.
Shit, I'm going to have to ask you to repeat them. I was thinking about something else.
Released in 1986. What was the first Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
It's 1963. Was it Blonde on Blonde?
Yeah.
Knocked Out,
Yeah.
Loaded,
Yeah.
The Freewheelin', or Blood on the Track?
No, you know what? Blonde on Blonde, no? I think. 50-50. Give me 50-50. Thank you.
50-50?
Yeah.
All right, let me cue up the sound effect for 50-50.
Oh, you got a sound effect.
Was it Freewheelin' or Knocked Out Loaded.
Oh, wow. I wasn't even close. See, that's how much it probably sucked.
Released in 1986, what was the first Bob Dylan album that failed to make the top 50 since 1963? Was it for 50-50 and only half the points? Was it The Freewheelin' or Knocked Out Loaded?
Never heard of either one of them.
This is for all the marbles, Peter. Be very careful how you answer here.
Number one.
The Freewheelin'?
Sure.
Is that your final answer, Peter G?
Sure.
Well, Peter, you would be... Wrong.
Let me tell you why.
The correct answer was Knocked Out Lotus.
Let me tell you why.
Knocked Out Lotus.
Okay, I knocked out because, see, by the time he put out that record, people started getting less hallucinogenic and stuff and started realizing that he's good, but he ain't that good. He's a poet, but he's not, everybody started sobering up and they started figuring out that, like, okay, he's got talent, but it ain't band, he's just it's like you're going to have to work a little harder than that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
All right.
I know people who are Dylan fans. They follow him all, and it's like, I don't get it. I mean, I think he's got talent, but I'm sorry. That was just, I like him, but am I going to go crazy over it? It's like, no.
Well, Peter, we've totaled up your score, and we've decided you've earned yourself a
0.0.
That's me. Yes. And once again, you've managed to cultivate and illuminate and somehow entertain the entertaining right here on Life with Peter G. How do you feel about that?
Well, Peter, I just wanted to call and say thank you for playing Ridley's Game Room 80s Pop Music Quiz.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Ridley's 80s Pop Music Quiz. Challenge your friends and family to test their knowledge of 80s music with this fun quiz. Whether you're a Madonna fan, love Wham, or prefer Duran Duran, you'll be digging out your old mixtapes by the end of this game. All right. Well, thanks for playing, Peter. I got to go. Have
right.
yourself a great time on the Gulf Coast, and thanks for Volt Energy for sponsoring this.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, energize your senses with Volt Energy.
Thank you.
I'm out.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. All right. Thank God for James from Culver City, who I don't know what possesses him, but you know what? I thank my lucky stars and Bolt Energy for giving us the time to play games right here with you guys, because you guys don't want to call and bitch about something. I'm telling you, I dedicate this hour for you to bitch about something and get it off your chest. Call in and talk to me about stuff that is really bugging you, but if you don't want to do that, we'll just play games, because James is a fully loaded game quizzer kind of guy. And obviously he turns my show and me into a contestant. He turns the tables. That slick son of a bitch. But I'll drink to that. Bolt Energy. Aspirin stores, electrify your senses. Couldn't be here in an undisclosed location in Pensacola, Florida, in the Gulf Coast, if it wasn't for Bolt Energy. High atop the Bolt Energy Studios. So I'm really happy to be here. The hour has just flown by with fascination. What do you think? Once again, we did it. A couple of bumps in the road this show. This was the first one. But glad to be here, and we made it once again. But I'm telling you, every Sunday night right here, I need you guys to participate. Because what happens is I start getting a lot of phone calls. They leave messages on the the message thing and texts all through the week telling me things, but yet nobody wants a call. Next week I'm going to have a plan. I was a little bit rushed this week, and we were busy making sure that, because we stepped up our game this time, because we knew that this is where it's all leading to, and to have all this, we had to do a lot. So I put less thought into my planning. I go, you know what? The people will carry the show. Don't disappoint me. I mean, I do this for you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I know you appreciate this too, because you tell me through the weeks. But it's time to get these phones a-rolling, okay? Phones kept a-rolling. And we'll see you next Sunday night. The hour has gone by already, and almost. But I appreciate you very much. Don't forget, watch party, share. 3 times it gets rebroadcast during the week, but you can watch it anytime you want. It's on my Facebook page, The Peter G Show. It's on the Peter G. Gisellas Show. It's on page. It's on Peter Gisellas' page. It's on YouTube. It's on LinkedIn. It's in Instagrams. It's all over the place. You can watch whenever you want, but just share. Let people know that you're paying attention. I'll make it worth your while, I'm telling you. And the more we do this, the bigger and better I get to grow this show to make it more entertaining for you guys, because believe me, I'm on a mission, and we are moving nothing but forward, and that's a big deal. So if you think that nobody's paying attention, you're wrong. There's lots of you out there, and you're silent majority, my super fans, but I know you're there, and it's all going to kaboom very shortly, but it's doing well. So I love you for it, and I appreciate your stamina and for just sticking with me, because we go through some ups and downs. But again, that phone number is there, 818-259-7983, for you to be able to call in and talk to me and tell me what you want to do. But in the meantime, I always have Plan B, and there's guys like James from Culver City who can either get really warped, or he can come up with some ingenious trivia quizzes, and somehow or another we just pass the time, and it's all good. All right. So I'll see you next Sunday night, live in the Gulf Coast. You know what the cool thing is? So you wear a suit, but you can wear flip-flops with it. It's welcome to Florida. But I love every bit of it. I love my friends. I'm going to get out and see a few faces, and lots to do here. I got family business to take care of. There's no doubt about that. That's one of the main reasons why I had to be here. But, you mix the good with the hard, and you just, life keeps moving forward. The whole thing is to get up, brush yourself off, be grateful for what you have. I am. And just keep on moving forward. And if there's anything you want to talk about, 818-259-7983, I'm listening. Okay? I love you guys very much. Thank you. Support. And watch parties, all right? Time to go. I appreciate my staff for being here, and I do mean that in the singular version, and my peeps in LA for making this happen too as well. So I love you very much. We'll see you next. Where's the music? We'll see you next Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 on the East Coast. Getting ready. I've got Gulf Coast on my mind, and I hope the weather clears up, and I got lots to do, and I need some non-horrendous hurricane storms and then tropical storms, all right? Love you guys. See you soon. Peace out. Love you.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.